Hey Nick Nation, welcome to a brand new edition of Coffee with the Chinooks, right here on the Chinooks Social Network. I am back in the passenger seat for week 2 of the interview on me, and back in the driver's seat for a second straight week is ticket operations and sales manager Chris Salazar. Chris, welcome back to the car.
Thank you.
All right, let's get this thing rolling.
All right, so then the first question I have for you is how did you end up with the Chinooks, and what was your first title?
I actually interned with the Chinooks way back in 2010. I got hooked up with Chinooks owner Jim Kazmarek for an internship through a family member, and before we had Capco Park, before we had the Chinooks, so I did about an internship for a year. I worked with the Milwaukee Brewers for about 6 months in their day of game office, and then in November 2011, the team was launched, and I became the manager of sales, and haven't looked back since.
So then during that time, what has been your most, your favorite moment is the word I was looking for. What's been your favorite moment either on or off the field since you've been with the Chinooks and even before the Chinooks?
I would say for on the field, obviously the championship. I know it's the repeat answer, but it was really cool to do the whole championship celebration and everything like that. The championship T-shirt, the booze, and the champagne showers and everything like that. So it was really cool. I would also say the All-Star game. A year of hard work put into the event to see everything come together in 2014 at Capco Park. Off the field, I would say probably the first time we broke our season attendance record back in 2016. So we had set the original number a few years before that, but in 2016 we set the single game and the season-long attendance. So pretty cool moment.
And then to go with that, so I think I would guess it would probably end up being the championship game, but what would be your most memorable game that you have been a part of?
Yeah, the championship game is up there. A few games in 2013, like the last game of the season where we clinched or where we won to get into the playoffs, and then we beat Madison pretty good in game 1 of the first round in 2013. But you know what? I always kind of enjoy, as weird as it is, I enjoy the really long games, like the 18 and 20 innings that we have, just because you get to a point, it's just like, all right, let's see how far this thing can really go. So we've had, I think, like a 22, 23 inning game back in the day over the course of 2 days. So I always find those entertaining.
Well, then there ends up being more of us and there are people in the stands. So we actually legit just get to watch the game.
Yeah, basically a lot of the fans have left. It's down to the season ticket holders, the host families, and the staff and interns.
So what's been the weirdest moment at Capco?
I would probably say just the different weather scenarios. We had 2 seasons where we had a week-long stretch where we always had fog at like a half hour into the game, or there was days where it was foggy and then rainy and then foggy, and it was just delay after delay. Probably the weirdest thing though is years ago there was Canadian wildfires up in Canada, and the smoke actually after a few days moved down to our region, and we had smoke and fog. I remember I got to the ballpark and I said, why does it smell like smoke? And we learned that it was from the wildfires in Canada.
There was also a streaker, yes?
Yeah, there was a streaker in 2012. Thankfully, there hasn't been one since, and we had it contained very quickly thanks to the fine folks in the Milwaukee Police Department. But yeah, I mean, there's always a lot of weird things that happen around the ballpark.
So over the years, who has been your favorite player? If you could pick just one, who's your favorite player?
In the early years, I would say Sawyer Poland. He showed up every day, played hard, never wanted to take a game off. He was really an Iron Man. I would say in the season since, probably Marshall Kowalski. He got in a bad car accident in between seasons with us and kind of battled his way back. And he was pitcher of the year, I believe, in 2016, and he was just dominant. Like it was awesome to watch him in the summer of 2017, just low down teams.
And I know John does a really good job at kind of keeping our fans updated through like people who are in the major leagues and those who are kind of getting close to it. So of the Chinooks alumni that are in the minor leagues, which one do you think has the best chance to make it? Like
I think
the fastest, I guess.
I think you'll see Sean Anderson up very quickly in the Giants organization. He's one of their top guys. I think you'll see him very quickly. You'll probably see Alex Young, too, from the Arizona Diamondbacks. I would say in the first half of the season. I would be shocked if we get anywhere from 2 to 4 alumni debuting in the pros this year.
That'd be cool. So you and I, we really like the bobblehead and the promotions and all that stuff. That's what's really fun. What over the past 2012, right?
Yeah,
a long time. What has been your favorite game day promotion that we've done and giveaway? So it could be theme night and giveaway, I guess.
I would say promotion-wise, it has to be Pro Wrestling Night, just because I'm a diehard pro wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Our fans really get into it. The theme nights are all really cool. The Star Wars night, we had Ghostbusters night. Last year, Hawaiian night was a huge hit. So
Yeah, it was.
I think we do a really good job with the Hawaiian nights. But Pro Wrestling Night would be number one. For giveaways, I'm just going to say the bobbleheads as a whole. There's no question to be one of the best bobbleheads in Southeastern Wisconsin sports.
I think so.
And I think a lot of people would support that. And I would say last year we started the T-shirt Thursdays. They're coming back this year. I'd put that as number 2 as the next best giveaway.
What's your favorite bobblehead that we've done so far?
I think the Batman and Robin on June 8th has potential to be the best currently that we've done.
That's potential like all time
Yeah, I would say
in this area.
the fishing series and the tailgate series as a whole. We kind of brainstormed it together, but our the Wizard of the Chinooks, Andy Racy, our graphic designer, is the architect, the man behind the vision. Without him, our visions wouldn't become a reality. But I would probably say that the series where the sets come together are probably the best things we've done.
If you had to create one bobblehead, it could be of any person, yourself, what would it be?
I think it'd be cool to have a bobblehead of yourself, but our fans would never want a bobblehead of me.
I said we should do the front office series.
I don't know how many people would want it, but I think I got to vote like some of the others. I think I got to go Dean Renicky in the Albuquerque Dukes minor league uniform from back in his playing days. I think that would probably be the coolest as a Dean Renicky bobblehead.
So kind of like going away from the giveaway, when the game's being played, or I guess in between the game, what would be your most favorite in between any promotion that we do?
Dizzy Bat is great. It's dangerous, but it's great. The bubble brawls are entertaining, catch of the day. But I think at the end, the end of the discussion, it's got to be the middle race. I mean, the sausage race is the most popular with the brewers. I just think it's got to be the middle race. Kids love it, parents love it.
What promotion would you like to do at Capital Park that we haven't done yet, that you can't talk about?
I think I would expand off of Pro Wrestling Night. I would love to do like a post-game wrestling show.
That's what I said.
Like on the field or somewhere around the ballpark. I think that'd be really cool. A battle royal where Gil can get involved. But the nice thing about our organization, about Northwoods League teams, is if we have a promotion, usually we go for it and we do it. Another one I always thought would be kind of cool is like a clue night, like a murder mystery night. Where we show different clues through the video board and everything. Yeah. I know Lacrosse Loggers tried it years ago, and you had to figure it out if it was a staff member or their mascot or an owner. So something like that.
Kind of going into the food. Everyone likes the food. I consider yourself and myself food connoisseurs, and even though we do have a limited palate in which we eat, but it kind of goes in line with what we offer. What is your favorite concession item?
Well, like the bobbleheads, I would put our food up against any sports team in the state, and I still think ours is better. John Strachey and Chris Young really helped us establish a great baseline in 2012, and Rob in our offices then has really continued to take it to the next level. I would probably say pizza's number one, to create your own pizza.
Yeah.
Pulled pork is probably a close second. But really, everything we do, I think, is great. Like, I love using your bratwurst. I think our cheese curds, our chicken tenders are good. Obviously, you can't go wrong with Cedar Crest ice cream. There's a lot of shameless plugs in there for sponsors, but honestly, there's very few items I've had at Cavco Park, and and I didn't think it was very good.
Right.
I'm not a big seafood guy,
Yeah.
but other than that, I think we do stuff very well.
And we even have vegan options. Like, I know
And vegan.
we didn't really hit that up too often, but
No, I've never been able to find it
fact that
actually
you
at our
have it,
ballpark.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been searching for it for an entire season.
the
and
pizza
I
trailer's
can't.
first.
Yeah, I think that's probably the problem is I never
Yeah.
get past the pizza and the barbecue trailer.
So then, what food would you want to add? One item.
I always think it'd be cool to do tacos, whether it's a weekly promotion or throughout the course of the season. And with the fish theme we use, you can do fish tacos or seafood tacos, and just kind of really expanding on the dessert world. I mean, in Wisconsin, we deep fry basically everything. So I would just say more deep fried items and more desserts, which I know Rob and his crew are working on planning for this summer.
And the last question I have for you is, in all the years that you've been associated with the Chinooks, who is the coolest person, or like the most awe-striking person you have ever met? We've done a lot of cool things.
Yeah. Like I said in last week's episode, it was great meeting the wrestlers, guys I watched as a child. I would say number 2 would be Robin Yount.
Very nice guy.
I mean, the first time I met him, I was starstruck. And he's such a down-to-earth guy. He really, when he's in town, he really gets invested with the team and the staff and the interns and the operation. It's not just about the baseball side of things. But I would say number 1, it's got to be Bud Selig.
Yeah.
I mean, he is literally the highest-ranking official in baseball.
I was the most nervous I ever was.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten to meet him on a few occasions, the All-Star game. Dean has been nice enough in the past to get our staff a tour of his office where we've gotten to meet him and everything. So, another guy is just very down-to-earth, always willing to help baseball in general in Wisconsin. So, it's been great meeting him. But that's one of the perks of the job. You get to meet a lot of guys. We've met Gantner and Gorman and, a lot of names over the last 7 seasons.
Well, that's all I got.
All right, Chris has got nothing else for me. Well, Chris, thanks again for joining us this week and playing host. I guess we're going to let the staff and the viewers kind of decide, next year when the show returns, who's going to be our host, or maybe we both host.
Don't forget the hashtag, though.
Yeah, and don't forget, like last week, we're going to try to convince our wives to send us to WrestleMania. So make sure you start getting that trending and tweeting.
Hashtag send Eric and Chris to Mania.
Yep. So, all right. Well, we'll be back here. We have a few more weeks of Coffee with the Chinooks. We got a few more guests that we're really excited about. Kind of finish season 1 of Coffee with the Chinooks, and we'll see you right here next Thursday on the Chinooks Social Network.